So now we have some essential terminologies. The first terminology that we have to understand is something called as hack value. Okay, what is hack value? Okay, now hack value is a very, very important criteria here. So if you appoint a hacker to hack something, okay, now would a hacker be interested in hacking it? See, remember, hacking is not at all an easy thing. Hacking can happen in a few seconds, in a few minutes. This is almost never the case, seconds and minutes. It could have, it would take a few days, a few weeks, a few months, and sometimes even a number of years for your hacking to work. It depends on the defense of the opposite party. Okay, so nobody can hack everything, and at the same time, nothing is unhackable. Okay, so it takes time, patience, and sometimes mistake on the part of the organization that you're trying to hack or trying to penetrate, but it's not always an easy thing. Now, if it is going to take me several days, weeks, or months, or God forbid, even years to hack it, I need to understand, is it worth it? Is it worth hacking? That is the hack value. So why would somebody hack something? Either that person should get some financial gain out of it, or that person should get, a lot of reputation. Okay, I hacked NASA, people say. So yeah, that gives them reputation, that gives them this thing, but it doesn't give you any monetary benefits. Okay, but reputation. So it could be a reputation, or it could be people, or people might just do it to impress somebody. Okay, so if you want to impress your girlfriend, you want to show off, or you want to, the girlfriend wants to impress her boyfriend who wants to show off. That's another reason why people hack. But that's really not the important part. Is it worth hacking? So let's say if I were to tell you to hack a kid's computer, a small child's computer, that has got some free games, mm, some you can say pirated videos, some let's say some kind of pirated songs installed on it, and a couple of that kids school documents. Okay, is it worth hacking? What do you think? Is it worth hacking?
Mm,
I wouldn't waste my time on it. Yes, it's worthless, absolutely worthless. There is nothing, absolutely nothing. But if I wanted to hack, say, a bank's server, hmm, that has got $25 million, I think that would be worth hacking. Or somebody's confidential data, or maybe it could be somebody's say a long list of important phones or emails.
documents
Okay,
or
these are
documents.
confidential files, and somebody might hire you to attack and say steal such kind of stuff. This is something that is worth hacking as compared to this. So hack value is deciding. This is what hackers first decide. Is it really worth the trouble? Is it really worth the efforts on my part to hack this thing? That is what we call as a hack value. Okay, so that was the first thing, the notion among hackers, whether something is worth doing, is it interesting, is it important, or is it worthless? That was the first one. The second factor is what we call as the target of evaluation. Okay, that means whatever you are evaluating, is it worth evaluation? I mean, you are asked to evaluate the target, and it could be, you can say, it could be some online application, it could be a web server, or it could be some kind of you can say a computer system or something. So this is what we call as a target of evaluation. Okay, so what are you evaluating, and is it worth it? Okay, the third thing is exploit. Exploit is basically to attack, penetrate, or damage or enter into the system. Now, exploit means that there is some weakness that you are exploiting. You're taking advantage of some weakness to penetrate into the defense. So, as it is defined here, it is a way to breach the security of an IT system through vulnerability. Vulnerability means, in simple words, weakness. That's what this is. It's the weakness in the design or the implementation or an error that can lead to some kind of an attack in the future. Okay. Zero-day attack. Now, zero-day attack is something very, very critical. Zero-day means that there is a basic flaw in the system right since the inception, right since the system was created. Say, for example, Yahoo was such a website that it had, say, hundreds of zero-day flaws. Okay. So that means from the day Yahoo website had been created, it had inherent weaknesses that nobody knew. So one fine day, somebody found out about such weaknesses and they ran an attack, and they were able to successfully hack Yahoo. Okay, so these are what we call as zero-day attacks. That is the attacks that is existing right from day one. Okay, right. Sorry, that is what we call not a day one, day zero. That is what we call as zero-day attack. Okay, next comes daisy chaining. Now, daisy chaining is where uh, hackers get away with database theft, and they steal the data and they covered their tracks, usually by destroying the logs. Okay, so if you were to attack my computer, there is always a log that is created, and now this is the technical part of it, which I promise that I'll be covering. So we have whenever you enter into my computer system and when you exit the system, whenever you enter into my server and when you exit from my server, it doesn't matter whether it is server or a client. In both the cases, you create a log. A log is a kind of an entry in the computer system that says that this fellow came into my computer at so and so time and he exited the computer at so and so time. At that time, these are the files he opened, and then he deleted this file, and then he erased that data, and then he copy pasted that, and all those entries are stored in the log. Now, what daisy chaining does is it destroys logs. It erases evidence. So people can make out that something had happened, but they cannot make out what happened simply because the data that was supposed to tell what had happened, that log, is deleted. Okay, so that's one of the aspects of daisy chaining there. So hackers who get away with database theft usually complete their task, then backtrack their cover and by destroying the logs, and this is called basically daisy chaining. Okay.